Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 15 Quarterfinals. Taking a look at the second game here between Alch Capone and the Outlaw Destroyers. Last time, Alch Capone didn't do good. Let's see what happens this time. I would recommend a lower concept, lower execution type team, if that's what it's going to look like when we're going to be focusing around, like, you know, because I think really the ultimate issue was that the Al Capone lineup was built around big black holes, and even when the opportunities came out to get the big black holes, it's just like nobody capitalized. I don't know. Didn't look like the right lineup for that team. Let's see what happens this time. Same bands, more or less, is the answer.
Oh, yeah, I can't
But
see
the
the game, by the way. Oh,
What?
I'm
Click,
just not
click on my
watching it.
avatar.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna just get that first pig jar this time.
You don't want the Abaddon? I mean the Abaddon, the Alchemist.
Freudian slip. Yeah, the Ricky Blinders. I don't know if you've seen the series. Ricky Blinders. They did the pause one Abaddon with 2 cores besides them that were both solved by BKB. Didn't work.
I don't like the Abaddon one. It
No,
takes
me neither.
way too long to come online, and then once he's online, he just runs around and lives, but he doesn't dish out enough damage.
I mean, I think the biggest issue for me for the Abaddon pause one is like 98% of your impact is going to be dropping quick Curse of Avernus's on people so you can beat them up quickly, and Radiance damage. And BKB solves both of those things. If you have BKB, Abaddon is literally no threat to you. But the reverse isn't necessarily true, and the reverse is certainly not necessarily true compared to the rest of his team. So I'm not a big fan of it either. At the very least, you have to have like a sniper P2 or like a razor 3 or something.
I think it's possible to be good in higher ranked games where people know how to farm, but in this league, dude, there's no way you're playing Abaddon and getting a 15-minute radiance. Like you can get a 25-minute radiance. It's way too late. People already got 2 or 3 items by then.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is like people have a hard time kind of ending when they should in a lot of cases, and as a result, it's like the Abaddon has a nasty habit of just falling off because no matter how it goes, you're gonna fall off eventually. You don't. There's probably not a conventional pause one in the game that Abaddon outscales. You know, it's not gonna be many. So you have to end early, or you have to have like a harder core in one of the other roles, and it just we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that successfully happen so far. It's not very common. See, OD, if Al Capone had done this in not Al Capone, if Ricky Blinders had banned that hero in their game 3, then they would have been going to finals today, and I would have had to get somebody else to do commentary with me on Sunday. Alchemist out, Night Stalker out.
Radiant team back.
Al Capone is like, well, them banning a bunch of pause 3s against me hurt, so we'll ban a bunch of pause 3s against them, see how they like it. ODs are like, why are we banning Mickle? Let's just kill Kai.
Dire team back.
I don't know. Kai's not the one to ban.
3 Vex bans. I mean, you can ban Kai. It's certainly the thing I always say. Well, the thing I said when playing against Kai is like, you can't comfort ban him. You can't ban his pool. That's impossible. When you're banning Kai, you ban things you don't want to see in the game. As simple as that. Like
that, or you just focus the others so that they have a bad game, and then you collapse on him before he can have a game. Like, I think that's the way you beat him.
But I mean, like you don't want.
Kai will always split push, and like you'll be able to high ground easily because Kai doesn't give a fuck. He'll just go farm creeps anyways. So like you can end the game pretty easily.
You don't want to give him like the worst imaginable situation. You don't want to give him like the best possible hero for a game. You got to strike a balance with somebody like Kai. You got to ban what you don't want to see. It's really as simple as that. If Kai gets a hero that he can 1v5 with you, you're gonna lose. So just don't let him have any of those heroes. There's not many of those on the roster. Not many of those per game. Magnus going out there. Finally, no, that's a Vex ban too. No, Iceman. Iceman and Vex play that in basically equal measure, I think. So.
10 seconds remaining.
Well,
5
man,
seconds remaining.
I have not seen a lot of CM in this season, even though I feel like she's pretty
Molsky-
good at this tier usually.
Wasn't Molsky picking it?
Yeah, Molsky picked it a couple of times, but like he's almost, and I think they've run it a couple of times on Al Capone before, but that's like almost it. Just haven't seen that much.
I think CM's pretty good.
Yeah, like especially at this tier.
Yeah, it's got a root. It's got like a big nuke.
Yep.
Slows. It's got everything you need.
Has a ability that she can use that forces the enemy team to use a stun on her and not somebody more important.
Yeah,
Which is
she gains like 40 armor.
A big detriment to any team that has bad stun discipline or a limited amount of options.
Well,
to use on that.
they use it on the cores because they want to kill them. The funniest thing is when you see like a 900 health CM and you're like, oh, easy kill, and then you go to hit her and she takes like 0 damage.
Saddest thing in the world.
Really
Primal
deceptive.
Beast.
I think Primal Beast is really bad at this game. I don't know why they picked it.
10 seconds remaining.
Not only that, but also Vex was like flaming it last time he was on the cast, so I guess he's repented since then.
No, I think Primal Beast is a good hero and really situational. Like you're playing against two heroes that literally specialize in slowing you and stopping you from moving. Like
yeah, he's one of those heroes I always talk about. There's some heroes where their positioning within fights, like Timbersaw, you know, if Timbersaw is playing against Takiro, he's having a bad day, having to have your mobility restricted, having to cross ice paths.
yeah,
Sucks a lot.
It's just like with Primal, like you want people with short stuns, or like because your whole idea with Primal is you're doing damage on movement speed, and like CM's gonna have a Crystal Nova every like 6 seconds, and Jakiro's always gonna be able to slow you. So it's just like
he has the ice path and the dual breath. Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is the little trail, the little fire trail that comes out of Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, you're just doing half to almost sometimes 3 times the damage you should be doing when you have like your phase boots and everything.
For the record, a third, not 3 times.
A third, yeah.
Pangolier comes up just to make things a little worse for Primal.
Yeah. See, like, I'm not gonna say it looks like Al Capone will win this game, because that's what it should have been last game.
Yeah, you're not gonna say Al Capone is gonna win this game because Geistonly went and had a big freak out in Lee Cat and everybody posted content blaming each other. But
yeah, I mean, Al Capone is supposed to win in a lot of these drafts. I feel like that was the story also of their season. Like they don't draft bad teams; they just can't play the game together. Like
their coordination. I mean, a part of it is they did swap horses midstream. They did just completely redo their team's lineup in the middle of the season, and I don't think that helped them in that factor in the slightest.
I think anytime a team has to do that, they're really down bad, and it normally never works.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say it never works, because I do think
unless you're moving. I think if you're moving supports, it might have a difference. But if you're moving a core that he played all season to a whole different role, you're fucking up the whole chemistry of the team. Like
yeah,
because people play different ways in different roles, and so you might like play aggressive when you play P3, but when you play P1 or P2, you might play a lot more like differently than what you would play on a different role. So it's kind of you're fucking a lot of things up when you're switching people around.
And these harsh comments coming from probably one of the most successful core lineup swaps we've seen so far in LD2L. You know, you were one anti-mage band short of getting bracket that season. Never forget.
Yeah.
Interestingly, ODs are like calling the meth Pangolier here for some reason. They're like assuming that's a bluff. Banning out the Batrider and the OD is very interesting with a Pangolier and a Dawnbreaker on the board. Where do they think those guys are going? Just a little odd. Bloodseeker Invoker bans, on the other hand, do make quite a bit of sense. It's probably Kid Dynamite, Pause 1, Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend is very annoying.
And you really don't probably want to see the Invoker on a lineup like this. One EMP can really screw up the El Capone fight. One Zeus ult can also do pretty bad. I don't predict that he's going to have the most fun against the Pangolier. Certainly not once the 6 is hit. So it's like I said before, the saddest thing for Zeus is like, you know, both of the mids hit 6 at the same time, and Zeus loses that. Like, that's the worst position to be in as a mid. But if he can get through that, he has a pretty good lane otherwise. I mean, you just, like, until Dawnbreaker gets magic immunity, like, you can just drop your stupid axe on top of her head. And she is a late BKB enjoyer, so you're either forcing her to do it early, which kind of screws her up a little bit, or... Oh, they actually did pick a mid last. Shows what I know, I guess. They're going to be running a Pause 1 Dawnbreaker on El Capone.
Are you serious?
You know, I usually try to avoid outright flaming on my casts, and I usually try to give a little bit of a warning when we're going to be dropping the flame on my casts.
I'm not the right person to have on then.
Yeah, but you know, I think we were all thinking that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we were all thinking that a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Why isn't Mickle playing that? This team looked so much better with Dawnbreaker 3 Pangolier 2.
Like, the way they just throw a draft, like, they had the advantage in this draft. And...
They just not trust the meth Pangolier, or what? I mean... Like, I don't know. This this looks so much worse than the draft I had in my head.
SF just BKBs and kills everyone. I don't know. That's what I'm looking at right now. Who will stop the demon?
I don't know. Life is so easy. I don't think I heard that actually happen, which is interesting.
Like, if you look at Radiant right now, who the fuck will stop an SF that's BKB hitting for like 300?
Yeah,
the fight's over.
It's a little hard to imagine. As strange as this is to say, who's gonna outscale like the beast on this team?
Like nobody's gonna trade. Nobody's gonna trade with SF like in a team fight.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna go hit him like when he's BKB? No one.
Yeah.
And then you got Zeus dishing out an insane amount of damage.
You know, he is sponsored by Boomer. He's sponsored by half the players in this league. And just to make things a little better, we're gonna have an invasion here.
The battle begins.
Okay, so just gonna mutual rune invasion. Kid Dynamite is not gonna take the right click contest. 2 for 2 on the runes. Would have been even better to walk into this game 1 for 3 for Al Capone. I don't know what I'm looking at down here. I mean, at least this should win the lane. Probably. Like, if they do this and then they don't win bot lane, like, Al Capone is smoking. That would be ungodly. Already getting a little hammered up here.
I mean, you dropped this team to win lanes. If you lose the lanes, the game's over.
Yeah, you draft this team to win lanes. Unfortunately, it's hard to break T3s down at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially with a lineup with no right clickers. except for kind of vaguely the Dawnbreaker. Vex looking low. Vex looking rooted, but no follow-up here.
Really shitty lane for Vex, bro.
Dink. I mean, the good news is, so far they are leading on the last hits charts. I mean, it is 2 minutes, but, you know. They're winning all lanes right now, technically. I don't know how much it's going to mean if they only win these lanes by a percentage of blast hits and they walk away with a sub 1k net worth advantage. So they definitely have to ramp it up a little more than this. They have to hit that acceleration button. And now, for pressing ceremonial reasons, Matt will watch... Okay, well first we'll see this happen. Now for pressing ceremonial reasons, Matt will watch the directed cam as I briefly step away. So take it away, Matt!
Man, I think Poho is definitely on their strongest hero right now. I think Jakiro is the one hero I actually played with her, and I think that's one of the best.
And it's already icing over.
But that lane isn't going very well for Mickle. And this camera is really bad. I don't know what I'm supposed to comment. I'm staring at a fucking waterfall.
I'm not sure why the others call you stupid.
Well, on the other side, Vex having a great time with the last hit. Can't lose. Anani, bro. Come back. Look at the camera you left me with. There you go. Nani, you hear me, bro? I can't hear you.
Oh, that's what happens when my mic is muted. Why is my directed camera not directing?
I don't know, I was staring at a waterfall the whole time.
Scenic!
It's alright, nothing happened. Still 1-0.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bro, who died? Wasn't 1-0 when I left.
Really? Man, I think... I was saying, I think Poho's best hero is Jakiro. What do you think?
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, it's like, Pohohoro is to Jakiro as Black Otter is to the Treant Protector. It's like 75% of her support games. The difference is that for Pohohoro, that's 75% of her total games. Did you guys know that was the first time you ran the, oh, okay, let's see that happen. How, man, this looks, oh. Just awkwardly timed tower shot there.
Just absolutely outplayed. Holy fuck.
Very sad. But the first time you guys ran the Black Hunter Undying, he hadn't even had 10 games of it.
Yeah, and now that's the only thing he's played.
This was very low. He does get to walk away here today, but it's very low.
This lane is brutal for X-Men.
Okay, we missed quite an interesting exchange at top. Let's rewind a bit, see exactly how this goes down. It's just two guys getting killed by the
Supports.
by the other supports.
Yeah. Although Mickle will benefit of the kill on Kitty.
Yep. Kid Dynamite did go down there first. We got a bit of the post-mortem action going on. Making sure I didn't miss any juice in the chat there. Okay.
So we're gonna kill Kai.
Yeah, let's see that happen here. Okay, is this really all it takes? Yeah, just missile, primal beef charge, and Zeus ult, and he's gone.
My strength is not enough.
Like, this is what happens to Vex. Like, it's so sad. He charges in, gets rooted, and then gets Nova'd. Literally cannot move.
If this game had a real core in it on Radiant side, that would be a major problem here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm yelling at my team for picking me this hero.
If I'm anybody on Al Capone, I'm yelling at my team for picking this.
Yeah.
I'm burning up. Friendly roar. Against Lamau. We got some Alch out. Were you there, were you in chat that game that, I think it was a live game. Okay, who even just died here? I can't even tell. Oh.
Crystal mid.
Your boss just went from under to 0 in like a second. There was a game where Trashman goes into all chat and he starts talking trash, and the immediate response is Cranberry Sprite saying, "No all chat, please."
Radiant structures are fortified.
Storm Spirit hit 1 before hitting his regen right there.
I think our team was one of the teams that got tipped the most. Like, I don't know, every time, like, there's no margin for error. Like, if I do a little mistake, or if Reedy does a little mistake, or if Manoy does a little mistake, like, it's like 5-man tips.
It's true. And we get to look top just
I
for
haven't,
the moment. That,
I haven't seen that for the teams.
Interesting. Oh, it does go down. Meth immediately just takes the second kill out of it, but...
Dire's top tower is falling.
They're coming for you.
Who? What?
I don't know, that was just team message you got.
Hey, Meth, what are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Must have hallucinated.
Weird. Well, Meth just got himself a kill and an assist up there at top, so... Well, he did have that spill to Zeus. He is now, at the very least, neck and neck with the guy, which is good. I mean, the problem is that it is.
He TP'd back mid with 0 mana, and so he's just gonna get nuked the fuck out of by Zeus, and now he has to walk back to base without a TP.
Very sad. See him on that million mango build. That one level of Arcane Aura build. Meth is crying himself to sleep tonight. At the very least, they did do the right thing here as far as giving Pohohoro some custody of this lane while Meth is gone. So she's just gonna steward for a little bit.
Yeah.
Up there, crossing over here. We're gonna have a little bit of a meeting of the minds here. On the bot room spot, perhaps? No, we're gonna have boss thinks better of it and just wards up, actually, is what we're gonna have.
And then dies. Oh,
going for Iceman.
Holy cow, they're going deep.
Not the best spot for him to be. And they are actually gonna get him here. Ooh, yeah, he tries to ult right before he dies, so it's not get it done. Mickle is gonna go down for this. You remind me of my old boss. Vex is frying. Vex is dying.
Not a bad fight, honestly. Except
3 for 3.
actually, it's kind of bad because SF's just been farming this whole time.
SF was farming the whole time. They actually lost more money than they earned. Well, they didn't lose money, but the Dire actually came out on top as far as the money exchange in that fight, which ain't great. Dawnbreaker got almost nothing out of that, which isn't much better. Pretty much just all went into Storm Spirit's pockets, which I mean, Storm Spirit might be the best scaling hero on this team, maybe? I don't know. It's so weird. Oh, that's so sad! His clarity got knocked off, and then Kid Dynamite randomly died.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's never...
Imagine you ordering a clarity, waiting for it to come, and then as you put it on, you get Zeus ulted.
Immediately Zeus ulted! This is
And
the
then he got cheesed and ordered 2 more.
This is the worst moment of Meth's entire life. Except that time his dad went out for cigarettes, but you know.
Invisibility.
For those of you at home who don't know, Meth has a very good relationship with his father, and that's a joke. Gonna just hold down the Dawnbreaker and have her get killed by the enemy pause line. That's great. And
They need to
also
take
just
that
randomly go Meth
off
somewhere.
for Primal Beast. I hate how he yells and everybody hears him. I get it, like he's a beast and everything. You don't do that with any other hero.
True. Mickle gonna try and make a mess of this, but he's only really getting the gyro. Oh, with the gyro gone. Okay, that's a horrible spot for that to end. Okay.
Whoa.
Nothing comes out of it. They're just leaving. So they just treated a T4 for a tower, and everybody showed up at bot on Radiant.
Actually, I was expecting SF to have a lot more farm than this. He's actually kind of poor.
Okay, the Zeus just got randomly clapped here. I mean,
How did Shadow Fiend? How is he farming?
because
so
he's
terribly?
1 and 3 is the answer.
Oh.
They have been just kind of like whenever there's been a down period, the not Shadow Shaman. That guy's not here. The Storm Spirit. Oh, sad day
Good
for me.
move from KD.
What a what a. It's not very nice, Kid Dynamite. That's not very nice. This is the worst day in Meth's life. Is this whole game just gonna be a bunch of dumb, bad stuff happens to Storm Spirit, the game? Can
That's
he be
just
lucky
Meth's
for 1
luck.
second?
That's Meth's luck in Dota 2, bro.
Yeah, that's true. If he wants,
He has this idea in his head of what's about to happen, and for some reason, it just goes wrong.
if Meth wanted this to not happen to him, he should have been somebody else. He should have been luckier.
Huh?
Simply level your luck stack. They're gonna drop the world on Zeus. He's gonna try and ult to get some recompense, but he gets nothing out of it. Okay, Meth is sticking around here. Nope, never mind. Meth is not sticking around here. He thought better of it. Disruptor ult also gonna get dropped on absolutely nothing.
Yeah, suicides.
It's not so good. I mean, it's 13 minutes, and the team with literally no late game has not managed more than a 1k gold advantage, but things like that still aren't very good.
They need that mid tower, and they know it.
Oh, level 3. Mike's, okay.
Look how slow he is.
It's gonna be interesting. I've just killed gyrocopter somewhere. Mick is dead. Oh, this could be dead. We're just gonna walk up and look at her because he has no skills off cooldown.
Good spell from Poho. Look how sad Vex is, bro. Look, he can't play his hero.
Doesn't matter though, they still won this fight.
You know what? At the end of the game, he's just gonna have like 100,000 damage tanked, and he did his job.
He's gonna have 100,000 damage tanked and 0 damage dealt. Did you see that Mickle wind up with no pitch? They do actually have most of this. They have a clear path to start ratting up the top T2, but are not terribly interested in doing it at the moment, it seems. Let's see how much money the Dawnbreaker has. Oh, nothing. Huh? What?
Going Radiance?
What?
Guys, just stuck on going Radiance, bro.
You're going up against a Zeus and a Disruptor? No BKB? Are you sure? Shadow Fiend thinks about hitting R. He doesn't.
I think you just go Dezo on the Kai. I think if Kai goes Dezo right now, he just kills Deuce.
I think if Kai goes Deatha right now, then he tries to jump into fights with Zeus, and Zeus just drops the Ags on him and says no, and he doesn't do anything. Oh, Zeus had a regen here! Oh, that sucks. Goodbye, goodbye, everybody. That was a massive route on the part of the Radiant. They did get 2 kills, including a very good, very important kill on the Shadow Fiend there. Only downside is they lost 3 people to do it, and the 2 people who didn't die were like 99% of the way dead. While the Dire just kind of calmly swept up everybody else. It feels like it's 15 minutes and these guys already feel like they've been outscaled. Oh no, bro.
Yeah.
Not what you want to have happen with a team comp that looks like this. Is Radiant's at least marginally close? I mean, he's kind of close to Relic, I guess. He's 400 gold. He's closer than he could be. Oh, no. No. No.
Look at Matt, man.
No! Okay!
Oh no.
Oh my god, he died anyway! No! Bro! This is the worst day! This is the worst day in his whole life! No! Oh god, that's like when I stood in, and that happened to Coffee Cat.
Yeah.
Oh! That's so messed up!
He's still top of the net worth.
That's true, but that happened to him. Oh my god.
I hate those camps, bro. Those camps are actually the worst thing they ever added to this game.
Oh, which ones? The pine cones?
The one that stun you, bro. For like 3
Oh,
fucking seconds.
they made the ogre stun you. Yeah.
No.
You're stupid. Second highest, second to MVP. The MVP of LD2L is the Centaur camps, but second place is definitely the ogre camps. And then third place is like, I don't know. We'll determine that when we do the highest value core and support at the end of the season.
Dire's bottom tower is
He's
under
got a
attack.
Philo stone. A little surprised he didn't use it. I mean, he is Zeus. Right? What do you lose in doing that? Zeus with this shard as well, so like, you can just... You're doing percentile damage on your right clicks anyway, right? Just use the Philo stone. I don't know.
Yeah. I would.
I thought you were a pine cone hater for a second there. Oh,
I don't
okay.
like him either.
You're kind of goofy
Dire's
looking.
bottom
I don't know.
tower is under attack.
I just hate how tanky they are. They're so tanky.
I like their really crappy ability. The bad hoodwink of shot.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to troll dooms who don't know how to turn that thing off. Don't know how to right click their Zeus Doom. That don't know how to right click their devour. Turn that off. And hey, I'm sure there's sometimes you want to end up with a crappy hoodwink ability on Doom, just not that many. He's gonna walk into the Bangalia here. Bango's gonna wind up and well, this is awkward. They're gonna try and take this. Storm Spirit is here, and they're just gonna immediately clap the Disruptor, just
XBKB.
eliminated from existence.
My god.
MF gets spirited away,
What's worth?
and Mickle gonna go down. This is a very compromising position for the Dire here.
Yeah, that was
It's
really
gonna get
good
all
from
melted.
Poho.
But Kid Dynamite is gonna hit ult.
Sports are carrying this game.
Oh, baby. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They had the best possible go on the Shadow Fiend and the Zeus there, and they didn't actually end up able to kill them. That
Oh,
is
they
really
killed
unfortunate.
Mev, which was highest net worth back then,
Yep.
and for a disruptor, and then they traded a gyro and Primo for the rest of their team, which is really efficient.
Yeah. It's not looking good. When again, they still have the net worth lead. It's less than 1,000 gold, and they have 0 people who scale. This is like watching an all-random game.
Yeah.
Meth lose 1v1 to Gyrocopter!
Are you kidding me?
This game is over.
I wouldn't be surprised
Oh.
if Mev pays us to not put this video up, man.
It's
No,
not
he'll
even
slide
really
into
been
your
him doing
DMs.
bad. It's like just the worst game he's ever had. It's the worst Dota 2 game in the world for poor Meth. God decided that he was gonna have no fun today.
I think
Got-
he had
got
a
a
good
nice-
performance against us. I think his bad rider was good. But this
That
game,
rider
man,
was good. Unfortunately, Mickle's X wasn't.
unfortunately, I was playing against them, and they had no luck.
Unfortunately, Mickle was playing the guy who had the call through BKB and decided that the best solution to the Enigma problem was to stand right next to the other guy who could stun you all the time. Immediately smoke, immediately looking at Kai, but this guy doesn't have any like mobility items or anything, so and he's gone. I don't know what they expected. Friendly roar.
Now, nobody
Is
Well, somebody's
Primal
gonna win.
Beast one of the only ones with Phoenix that don't have like actual voice lines? They have like sounds.
Yeah, it's IO as well. And
Oh yeah,
Marcy.
that's right. Oh, Marcy as well, yeah.
Yeah, Marcy has various emotions of whistle. And Meth is gonna bait 2 ults. Okay. Now that's what you want to see. See, something good can happen to him this game. He just got both of the support ults dropped on him for literally no reason.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's bait, baby. That's bait.
Dire's bottom tower.
We're gonna go in here and basically just get beaten the crap out of in the ball. We're gonna get the disruptor on outside. Oh no, they mistimed the Zeus ult.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Zeus ult slightly later.
Storm actually doing some work.
Radiant's
Yep.
top tower
Never mind,
is falling.
he's dead.
Storm formally doing some work.
Man,
The,
these
workday
fights
is
are
over.
these fights are so bad. It's like there's no one connected to each other. It's just like everybody's in their own corner trying to do something, and they just fail miserably.
It's very sad because I actually feel like there are a lot of good plays by Al Capone in this game. It's just that it means nothing. Oh, do you see Mickle going for the cheeky kill there?
Yeah.
It means
There's no-
nothing. Like,
There's no synergy. It means nothing to fight right now because
Radiant's middle tower is
like
under attack.
you're not gonna. I don't know, man. I'm
what
really
a
not
sad thing
fan
to
of
say.
the
It
draft,
means
bro.
it means nothing to fight right now as at 23 minutes as the only early game team.
Yeah, like
Oh baby, this ain't
you're
great.
not gonna win a fight. Like
Radiant's top tower is falling.
look how much
Storm
they're
Spirit got so
kiting.
deep.
Look how much they're kiting. They just kite you, and then Pangle runs in, and then Storm does his own thing. I don't know.
They got him.
Yeah, and then now Storm has no mana again. That's been the story of this game.
A good
Full
Dom
send,
break to
baby.
go. Good
Full
dude.
send, and then he
Killing
dies.
Zeus.
Meph's not. Meph hasn't had enough practice to dodge the missile.
They just have the Shadow Vangers completely cornered here, but the problem is he's 1-5.
This
just
was
killed
what
Kai.
I was.
He
This
just
is what I
killed
said.
Mickle.
Didn't I just say that at the start of the game? I said he's
Who wouldn't?
and smack
Who
all
wouldn't? Why'd they do this?
Yeah.
This is
Yo, I have a question. Can you
Alright.
I don't remember. Can you dodge the missile with Storm Spirit's ult? Can you just zap while the missile's like basically hitting you?
I think it just turns around and keeps following you.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that though. I'm not a Storm Spirit.
I know you can
aficionado.
dodge. You can dodge a lot of things with Storm Spirit.
Get the Storm Spirits out here in chat. Guy Stinley Effie last and then dies. That's a Guy Stinley play right there. Goodbye, Pohoro. Yeah, this is over. This feels so over. Like, they just had like that team fight they had was like ridiculously good. And
What is he
literally
doing?
came out of
What is he doing? Oh my god.
Just wanted the kill on Boss. He actually nearly got it. If Boss hadn't hit the hadn't hit the Glimmer Cape to tank the Witchblade, he would have died. But unfortunately, nothing good can happen for Meth this game, so it didn't happen.
Bro, if I'm Meph, I'm just gonna go jungle. Or split push.
Mickle versus Gyrocopter. Can Gyrocopter win this one 3-1 too? It's not a 1v1 anymore. Yeah, Mickle's getting out. Friendly roar.
I mean, Vex team's having fun.
I wonder if they had fun the week after this.
They had us.
I know, I wonder if they have fun. I mean, maybe it's a stomp. You never know.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't. We obviously choked again.
I mean, yeah. That's all you do is you just choke on these brackets. Me and Blue Jay will be finding that out for sure later today.
Yeah.
I hope.
I honestly didn't play that good.
Well, I can't wait to flame
Oh
you.
no, I think I played okay, but
I'll flame you anyway.
yeah, it was a bad pick in one of the games. This is a bad laner, and then it was like, you know, when you have a good impact, but you know, when you look at the stats, it doesn't show.
Yeah.
That kind of game where like if you just look, like BBC type thing where you just look, you'll just oversee it.
Yeah, the
It's
Ray
not
Bay
like-
Bay content thing.
Yeah, it's not like you go like 12-0 or some shit like that.
I really liked there was a Ray Bay Bay content where it's like he actually joined us because he joined us to watch game 1 and then he didn't watch game 2. Game 1, the lunchboxes, the looter team plays like awesome. They just completely dominate the game. They got a great draft and they just own the world. And then game 2, they play like they're all drunk. And Ray Bay Bay only sees the first one, so when Gotham wins G2, he's like, awesome job from the Gotham team! It's not quite what happened, but we'll just say it was. Mickle does not realize
Is under attack.
the degree to which he almost just got annihilated here. Oh. No, bro, don't walk into smoke. Okay, the smoke doesn't matter, goodbye.
Goodbye, Matt.
Meth walked into smoke. I
you pull up
cannot
the idiot?
believe this.
Can you pull up Kitty is?
Sure thing. Here's your scoreboard.
Is under attack.
Here's positive KDA. Why is neutral KD, which puts him above everybody else on his team except for CM.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh god. It's like we're watching Overwatch. Like, pull up the KDA real quick. Let's see if he's feeding. Oh boy. Drop the Dawnbreaker to try and save Boho. Vex says, hell no, I want my goddamn kill. Gyrocopter. Mickle
Vex
doesn't know what to
basically
go
just-
for.
Vex has like 6 seconds to do something in a fight, and then he can't do anything.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
Dude,
Oh, what? He
Boss
wasn't in
almost
jail?
yeah, boss just
Doesn't matter, he's dead anyway. So's Gyrocopter.
get this fortune or whatever they call that ability, the glimpse.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. I like that. Vex just ults him casually and Meth just ults to spawn. This is the worst game in the world.
Dude,
This
if
is
I'm
the
Met right
nadir
now,
of Dota.
Radiant's middle
they have no catch for me except for the glimpse, but you can just zip away. If I'm Met right now, I'm split pushing and I'm splitting them up. And when they're split up, that's when you fight them. Like, you guys cannot 5v5 them.
are scanning.
Ice.
You have to split them up.
Prognosis is worst Dota ever.
Blue Jay's definitely gonna flame us.
I hope. I don't know, it's like, even if you split this game, what the hell are you gonna do? You can't kill anyone. You can't kill
Yeah,
anyone and they just clown
you
you.
can't get towers, and you can't get towers. I mean, Zeus just gonna TP back and just
What
kill
are you
away.
gonna do? This is the most what are you gonna do game I've ever seen.
I mean, I don't know what they decided to pick here. They just drafted to lose.
Dear God, please make Mickle's or not Mickle. Please make Kid Dynamite's PC explode so he can win the game. That's how you win. You pray. You pray to God. You pray to Jewish God. You pray to Allah.
Terrorblade.
You pray to
Terrorblade.
Pray to Terrorblade. Is Terrorblade the Jewish God?
Oh, Terrorblade's the demon.
Okay.
He's
Well,
the bad guy.
You pray to Terrorblade, You pray to you pray to the sacred fire of Zoroastrianism. You got to do something. That's how you win this game. Okay.
Oh,
Zeus down here. But he has Glimmer Cape, so they can't kill him. And then he had an Invisor too, so you can't kill him. And in fact, oh no, you interrupted the TP!
So inspirational, Iceman.
Ooh, but
but his shots are following him. His shots are following him though.
it was okay. Landed on Glimmer Cape.
Dire's middle
Even the
tower is
Dawn,
under
the pause one Dawn has no influence on this game. Has the Radiance. That's the good news.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Looking at that shard too, gonna get that magic immunity during the Dawn Breaker. Q.
For what? The Radiance for what? To farm? It's like,
Yeah,
you're not gonna do
second place
anything with
somewhere.
it in a fight because they'll have glimmers and BKBs.
No, listen. The BKB is only 6 seconds. Radiance.
Yeah, it only takes them 6 seconds to kill you, bro.
You can't think like that, alright? You gotta think happy thoughts. You gotta think positive.
You gotta be optimistic.
You gotta be really... You gotta be thinking really happy thoughts in a game like this. Like, I mean, you gotta be thinking about...
I can guarantee you there's not a single one of them talking right now. Or it's like, guys, it's just guys...
I can guarantee you everybody is just sitting there on comms, just discussing whose fault this is right now.
Yeah. Dude, I would pay money to like... Dude, they need a thing like F1 to like be in like the...
Yeah. Ice Frog needs to listen to bug your comms.
That's just too funny.
I wonder if that's legal.
I need to talk to someone
right?
and know what Mickle was saying, bro. I want to know how Mickle sounds when he's pissed, bro. I mean, he's only been like sort of mad against me and Lambert, because me and Lambert were like yelling at each other, but...
Let the fun begin.
Mep's first BKB, and then dies. Holy shit.
And Kai dies at the same time somewhere else. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, they get Roche.
Why did they do this?
I mean, this
all
is
they
one
had
of
to
these
do...
games- These is like the pubs where you go rank and your P1 picks like some really questionable P1 and you just know you're gonna lose, but you still play, and the game just ends up lasting like 40 minutes for no reason.
Goodbye, Mickle. All that had to change in this world for this match not to be a catastrophe. All that needed to change is just Pango 2, Dawn 3, anything in the world. Like, this is an unplayable,
like,
primal game. Zeus isn't a great mid.
You literally like you have Kai on your team that plays I don't know how many different carry heroes.
You didn't want to play carry this season. I guess that's where we're really, like, the long and short of it really is. He doesn't want to be a carry. He only asked to be there because he started losing, and I don't think he wanted to be that far up the bracket. So he just like, give me Dawn.
I guess they wanted to just make the playoffs.
I don't want to play goddamn Medusa in this game. Just give me Dawn. Oh my God, Zeus just barely crept out of that one. Did not actually make it. He's going down here, but they're just gonna bonk. Goodbye, God. And Shadow Fiend's in the deeps, but he is getting turbo chain stunned here. Doesn't matter. I think he can't even get half his HP bar. Vex put himself in a really obnoxious spot in this fight. Oh, Mev the back!
Imagine SF when he gets satanic.
Takes out the BKB there, but unfortunately they lose Mev for it because of the glimpse.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Disruptor is a really good sport at this bracket.
Radiant's middle barracks
Yeah, you think?
You can have very high impact with 0 items. You just need to be alive.
has fallen.
Yep.
Radiant's middle
And you can kind of be
Not bad.
forgiven for bad positioning because you can just glimpse somebody back.
Ooh, little surprised it's not more popular here. I'm always surprised. I remember there was a long period where Disruptor was really good, but just not getting picked at like pro levels. Not even at pro levels. Like he's being picked in high MMR games. It's not in like officials. You didn't see any Disruptors at TI, and then they just started picking him, and out of nowhere, and he had like a 70% win rate for a minute. Like I think he's a hero that creeps under a lot of people's radars, but it's like disproportionately high impact for the risk and for the input. I mean, he's a good laner. You mentioned earlier you get that funny TP glimpse, and you pretty much just win the game. And even if you don't get that, the pressure that you have to like not fall to that means you're just losing efficiency and all that.
He trades very well with his Q.
Yep. He has a lot of, and it's like, what games is a Disruptor going to be useless? It's like enemy has like magic immunity or resistance cores and guys you don't need to cast. Like that's the only time Disruptor is going to be useless, and that's a pause 5. You know. You can't knock him out with the support line. There's a lot of heroes that you can knock out with a support line. He's really not on that list. So you have to dedicate something higher than him or play around him. It's always a good place to be for the support, and Vex is just gonna get killed by Vex. Kai is gonna get killed by Vex on the back line, and then he's gonna get tipped. They won together last season. Never forget. Without the boys in town,
won?
though. Yes.
Vex won?
No. Oh, Vex won? Vex was on the, it was, Kai, London, Vex, Dusty,
oh, that's
and,
right,
yeah, and Bliss. They won together. They were on the winning team last season. Hello, Meph. Glad you're here to watch see him die and accomplish nothing, because he has BKB, but I mean, Vex overstayed his welcome, so now he's gonna die instead.
Maybe not.
Or he's gonna get glimmered and be okay. As this team seethes.
They used a lot. They used a lot, and now they lose their tower. And now it's just SF being SF.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom
You're the heat of the sun, says Maths. Okay, nice. Such an easy way to stop the CM ult without losing anything, too. It's like one of the biggest problems. Like, every time a CM ult means anything, all Shadow Fiend has to do is hit R and it just stops. I mean, she's gonna have a BKB after they lose this game, so there's that.
A blanky BKB on CM P5. Use high ground to brutal, dude.
Yep.
50-minute game.
Yeah, we're gonna.
20, like it's like the both games. Yeah, like both games. 20k net worth. They can't do anything with it.
I mean, in fairness, they are doing things with it. It's just
mean,
those
yeah,
things
but
don't involve pushing objectives, unfortunately.
Like, go get Roche and push the fucking high ground.
Good Zeus ult there. Eliminates the Storm Spirit, eliminates the Dawnbreaker, eliminates Jakiro.
I think it's GG.
Probably.
I think they just call it. Civ was on top.
Call it, Geist.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh, Vex, you gotta say it. You gotta say call it, Geist.
Has fallen.
Yes!
Oh. How'd you know, bro?
Because when these two played in group stage, it was 2-0 for Alch Capone, and at the end of both games, Geist was like, call it, Vex.
Oh man.
Mickle calls it. We're going home.
Is under attack.
Oh! And with that,
I think I started that shit. I started saying call at the end of every game. Just type call.
and with that, there is now a prohibition enacted on Al Capone moving up the bracket. They're out of the season. Oh man!
Yeah. R.I.P.
Well,
man.
now you get to be here on one of our fantastic post-game rundowns, or post-season rundowns rather, for Alch Capone. So, who's your favorite Alch Capone member?
Oh, um, that's tough, man. I think it would have to be between Mickle and Kai.
Meth BTFO. Oh,
Well,
just okay. Say one of their names.
I think it'd be probably Mickle.
Okay, Mickle. The three didn't work. Three didn't work. You know it. I know it. The whole world knows that the three didn't work. The Mickle pause 3 was to the off lane. No, I don't want to say as to the PVC pause 1 to the safe lane, but it wasn't that
Low
far.
key, it was low key. Like I think he really just wanted to play with Poho as well in the lane.
Yeah, they didn't want to. They didn't want to split Mickle Poho.
I think if they ran Mickle Geist, it could have been a more dangerous lane, but
They didn't want to do that for obvious reasons, I believe. Yeah, Mickle, it didn't work as a 3. I think Kai wanted to run Mickle 1, Meph 2, Kai 3. Geist, then Poho, right? Maybe that would have been a stronger combination. I don't know. It was an awkward scenario. Mickle just kind of felt like he was just like. It was a redundant pick. Mickle picked himself with Kai, you know what I mean? Like, they have such similar strengths, play styles, pools, upsides. Like, when you get that combination, he picked a mirror. That does not serve you well on teams usually. It made things so awkward for him for the whole season. And the go to 3, it just didn't really pan out. I don't think he really even wanted to do it that much. I think he just wanted to win and didn't care how it went. But yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. That's the most I can say to Mickle there. All right, say somebody else's name now.
let's go to Geist.
Geistonly. Sunshines, lollipops, rainbows, and clean comms. What you get with Geistonly. Geist, the longer you stay like you are, the less people are going to be willing to hang around you. And just to be blunt, things have to change on that front. Just, we've talked. I understand. I have an understanding of why Geistonly is as Geistonly is. I get that. But it's a thing to work on. You have to work on it. You're conscious about it. You understand. It's better than being in denial about it. I guarantee you that. But if Howler being excluded for life for LD2L and having to participate exclusively from the sidelines does not clue you in, things have got to change or things are going to boil over. I think basically most people in your life will probably agree to that. Who's next? I can't even say anything about the play. I think some of his play, as far as play goes, there are a few, like the tree is just a little old-fashioned for my taste. He's still playing the tree, like the 2 years ago tree, for
Yeah,
example.
I think Geist has a good understanding of the game. I think his mechanics aren't the best. And like I think he knows a lot. He has a lot of knowledge about Dota, but when he comes to applying it, he kind of like gets all fucked up.
I do like how we have the exact opposite take on Guy Stanley there, because I was like, like the thought I had was going to be like he plays the heroes well, but it's like he's playing tree. He's still doing the like just make a house in one lane and just split push all day and like don't even think about your E-type tree build.
I mean, in the game, I'm talking about like most of the time. If you're just gonna have a talk with him, he talks a lot of sense about Dota, but then you'll be playing a game with him, and it's like, what is this? Like, so
it's but beyond that, it's a very very secondary thing, like that's like saying also you need an oil change after your car explodes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a very secondary thing. I
don't have enough.
On the
Yeah, I haven't had experienced like guys being all like toxic, but
I have an insider. I don't want to get too far into this, or else it'll be very obvious who I'm talking about. But it's like I've had people who have been like, I've had these really successful teams with Geistonly, and I wanted to kill myself. I would rather play a losing team without him. Like it's that sort of thing. It's got to change. And obviously the content that came out after this series, like it's got to change. Who's next?
let's do Poe.
It's narrow. Pohohoro. The pool's too narrow. It's too shallow. It's too thin. You gotta diversify a little bit at this point. If you're gonna be moving around, if you're gonna be like going between positions, It's got to be. It's got to be more than this. Because the problem is, it's like, you know, we have seen the Pohohoro try to jump off of like the, the Jakiro, Bane, and VS triad. That is like, most of what you're gonna see out of the Pohohoro this season. That's good. But like when you do see her jump off, it's still very rusty. You know, I think more time on the field on that second string, right? More time on the field on like the Shadow Shaman. More time on the field on heroes like Lion. Like anybody could play Lion, right? Maybe even think about that Disruptor. You saw it this series, right? More time on the
Yeah.
field on those second string players will do you a lot of good. The comforts are good. We don't need more Jakiro games. We need more of those shadow showing games. That's what I'm saying. Who's next?
I think if I were to say something for Poho as well, is I think she just has to work on her game when her team is falling behind,
Perhaps, yeah.
and yeah, not to like kind of just zone out and just do things randomly. To actually like try and think about like the next best thing for your team.
Chicken with head cut off syndrome.
Yeah. Let's go with Meth.
Meph. What an awkward season for you. It did
Yeah.
not. In every season, we have these guys that it's like back in season 12, I felt like it was the EMF Doom support line. It just kind of felt like they were a little miscast. And then I really made things better by then subsequently miscasting one of those supports again the next season. But you know how it goes. Like the EMF Doom support line looked really miscast. Like it's a good support line, just has no chemistry with that team. Just sticks out like a sore thumb. This time, Meth got to stick out like a sore thumb. Got to have no chemistry with the rest of his team on 3. Got to have no chemistry with the rest of his team on 2. They picked him like they had no idea what his strengths were, what his weaknesses were, and they
Yeah,
played
it's
around
like
it like they had no idea.
Meth does not like fit at all in this team. Like
No.
Mickle and Kai just wants to farm, and Meth just wants to go in and fucking suicide. So like you need people that are around Meth to like help him, but then there's like Kai will ignore any team that's falling apart just to like hit some creeps. So it's like, and Mickle's kind of the same. They're both kind of the same players. So you you know you got a core trying to
And
do
you're not
something.
like
So
Geist doesn't play save heroes, and when he does play save heroes, he's not going to be saving Meth, and Pahohoro is not going to be like have the power to impact that. I think if you're going to do Meth as like a pause too, you need a team like the Ricky Blinders type lineup, where you're going
yeah,
to
you need
have like
a
a really strong support line who's going to play these rotation heroes who are going to be able to come bail them out.
yeah,
It's
and
going to
you
need to happen sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Like, look at this game 1 in this series, for example. Like, what world are we living in if we have, like, a pause for clockwork and the first time things start getting hairy for Tiny at mid, he's just able to TP and deal with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, I think that's really more than anything else. He really he just stuck out of this team like a sore thumb, and it did not end up going well for him as a result. I don't think he had a few games where he popped off when the team was willing to play that style. He did really well, but when it wasn't, it was it's really not so much. And yeah, that's just Kai left over now.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't play any more of the game. Like, I feel like there's a lot of us that kind of backed off, especially this patch. I mean, even I don't play the game as much anymore, and I know I'm getting washed. But like, it's part of the like. See, I think it's fine to like be washed or just not play the game as much, not follow it as much. Because that's what happens, and there's so many other games, and the importance is if you're fun to play with, and I definitely think most people like playing with Kai, and that's why he's always getting picked and stuff. So, like, honestly, like, there's no surprise of the season. Like, if you were gonna pick Kai this season, when he's saying he doesn't want to play P1, and you clearly see a decrease in interest, like, and you're gonna pick him just thinking, oh well, he's gonna win me the season. Like, no, like,
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta pick him and pick some really good pieces around him, because he's not the same, and clearly he doesn't want to put the effort to be, because he's got different like priorities.
he doesn't
so,
want to be here.
Yeah, so like
I
he
mean,
didn't even want to sign up. He just got pressured into it. I
yeah.
wouldn't want to pick a player that got pressured into playing.
Hey, I mean, I
So-
think like I don't know if it was pressure so much. I think it was just people sold him on the idea that he wasn't necessarily going to get snatched up one. Hey, who was the
And I
first?
think,
Who was the
and I
first guy
think
to let
he's
him do
still,
something else, right?
yeah, and I think he still carried them to the
Yeah, he
playoffs.
did.
Like,
He did. He did do
so
well.
so
So, yeah.
so like
I mean,
even being washed and everything and being forced to play a role he didn't, he still carried them to the playoffs. But I don't know.
yeah. So instead of talking about his one game, I'll talk about his two game because that's what he really wants. I think he would probably rather we talked about his two game than his one game. It was stale. It was 2 patches ago. That's what his mid game was. You could really tell that he hadn't played, or maybe this is unfair to say because
I think it was just the Lena.
it felt like he hadn't played mid since season 13, since he did it on the QoP circles, because he was still mostly doing heroes that were really strong at that time, doing tactics that were like the strong mid tactics of the time. It was out of touch. It was out of time. It was a world apart from what contemporary mids are, right? Not without that small camp there no more, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not with the changes to small camp, changes to BKB, sense, not with the so on and so forth. It was a little out of step, a little out of the time. I think more of a sort of run on the mid or pause 3 if that's what you really want to do. More time in the field on just adjusting to those roles, adjusting to the to what's new, adjusting to what's changed in their world. Perhaps would do you a lot of good. A little less of that cuddle mid would do you a lot of good at this point too. So you know how it goes. Either way, if you're somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's a little too late to get into this season, buddy. But season 16 can't be that long, in-house is still flying, queue's still popping, everything's still happening. Next time we'll be taking a look at this guy. Next time we'll be taking a look at the Sandgangers taking on this winning team, the Outlaw Destroyers, and then it's nothing left but the finals. So see you for that.